Finding some good battle maps for your virtual tabletop or for that flat screen you put face down on your table to play in real time can be a real time-consuming and expensive hobby within the already time-consuming and expensive hobby we have. But I'm here to point you towards somebody who creates insanely cool faced and animated battle maps for your virtual tabletop and give you a 50% lifetime discount on everything they do. Hi there fellow roleplayers and game masters, my name is Mr. Trosk and this is still your go-to YouTube channel for anything tabletop RPG related, and every now and then I review battle maps. Although I'm a main theater of the mind kind of guy, I do review these battle map books, I review digital battle maps because in this 25 years of playing Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop RPGs, I've played on battle maps before and I love battle maps, especially in virtual tabletops. And I love talking about them, especially when somebody like Domille's Wondrous works asks me if they can sponsor a video about me showing off some of their new products and also pointing you towards an opportunity to get all of those amazing battle maps, faced, animated, just different versions of one battle map, all of that stuff for 50% off. So yes, this is a sponsored video, which means I get a little bit of cash for pointing out great products and you can save a lot of money on your battle maps. And just for complete transparency, there is no script. The only thing that I should say is that there is a fuck inflation tier on the Patreon page of Domille's Wondrous Works right now, and it's only available around the time that I do this video, meaning that you get 50% off if you join their Patreon account, which gives you access to all of their new stuff and everything they did ever. So you better get yourself a new hard drive, because there is a lot of stuff in there. Also, because it's called fuck inflation, the price will never increase. So it's kind of a lifetime thing, as long as you stay signed up. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at one of the new battle maps that Domille's Wondrous Works has put out in the last couple of weeks, months, or whatever. They put out a ginormous amount of stuff, and this one you can get for free. Only through my channel. You can click the link in the description below. I uploaded it to Google Drive. Make sure to grab it for yourself in all of the versions that it exists, because that is what I want to kind of talk about. As you can see, there are many versions to this map, and that is something that Domille's Wondrous Works does really cool, especially for virtual tabletops. This is really easy. Now, there is many versions of this map, but for every version of this map, there's also 3 versions. So there is this one, there is this one with the grid, which I haven't opened. It's just the same one with like a light grid on it to play with your miniatures on your virtual tabletop or whatever. And there is a higher quality one with grid that you can print out and put on your table if you want to use miniatures on a physical table. So there's 3 versions to all of this, and you're getting all of this for free. So you're getting three versions of this, 3 versions of this, 3 versions of this, 3 versions of this, and 3 versions of this. And it's actually like that for many of the products that Domille's Wondrous Works put out. So this is kind of like, it's called a Great Hall. It's a Skyrim-esque battle map or role-playing map or whatever you want to call it. As you can see, it's a great hall in like a Viking-esque setting with a little bit of snow here and there, and there's light coming from the inside. So the great thing about this is your players are outside, they're right here, right? And they're doing their thing, they go inside, and you can open up the inside for them. And what I think is really cool here is, I haven't even opened all of the versions, so there's even more versions than what I'm showing here. There is, for example, your players could go in, and then you could give them like the general layout of the room. You're not saying what is in here exactly. You're just like saying there's a room there, there's a room there, and there's a room there, and you can clearly see this fireplace going, and it feels like warmth, and it's cold outside, and all that stuff. Then you can maybe, I don't know, you can give them some. Let me see. You can give them some tables with like chairs which are not made, right? So you can be like, oh, there's nobody here, nobody's eating here, there's no feast here, this might be like an empty chamber. But you can also of course do it like this and have it be like an active dining thing, feast going on, have some NPCs sit at these chairs and your players come in and they have to like address the king and the queen or the jarl, whatever, they have to address them to kind of for their favor or whatever your game is about. So something that I think is really cool is having it like this. Then having it like this, right? As your players walk up right here, and then be like, oh, and now that you come closer here, you notice that there are tables here, they're not made. And then you notice that there's entrances to these rooms, and it's really cool that we get this version where we have something here, but we don't have something in the other rooms yet. Until the players check that out, you can actually activate that. So if you put all these layers on top of each other, or you put all of these layers in your virtual tabletop or your screen that you put in your table, whatever, you can like really select what you want for what the players decide to do or what you need for your game, which is really cool. Now, there's also a version at night, of course, a version at night with the roof, without the roof, with the tables, without the tables for the at night version. And there's also a version of this with like a shit ton of snow and more of like a blizzard going on, which I think is really cool, because then you could be like, oh, there's this blizzard and the town is empty, but you can hear a lot of noise from inside this great hall, and you can feel the warmth from a fire from this great hall, really inviting your player characters to go in there and explore that great hall. And then you can like open it up, you can open it up for them, then you give them like the general layout, then you give them, of course, you can also have this with the snow and all that stuff. These are just, yeah, that's how much effort Domille's Wondrous Works put in their battle maps, and this is just scratching the surface. Before I leave you to discover what Domille's Wondrous Works has to offer for you, and believe me, there is a lot. There are some phased battle maps in there that are incredible. There are battle maps in there that constantly move, and they're like animated and all that stuff, and they're animated and phased oftentimes. There's this little video I want to show you. Domille's Wondrous Works sent this to me. I am not intelligent enough with Foundry Virtual Tabletop to know exactly how this works and how this is going on, but if you've been using Foundry Virtual Tabletop, you probably do. They just wanted me to point out that some of the battle maps are multiple layered, and as you can see in this video, you can move tokens in front of or behind pillars and other things. So if a player would want to put their token like behind a bush or something like that, a lot of these things comes with like assets with multiple layer kind of stuff, where you can put like your token in front of something or behind something, which is a cool little extra, because then you don't have to like make a token invisible or that kind of stuff. You can just like move behind a pillar, which is like a cool little detail that I just wanted to quickly point out. And that's it. There's much more to discover, so make sure to click the link in the description below to the Patreon account of Domille's Wondrous Works, and potentially sign up for the 50% discounted fuck inflation tier, or grab the free map pack down in the description below, just for you. You can use it for your game or whatever you want. And until next video, bye bye.